Let's talk about miso. This week's dish isn't technically a miso soup, but it is pretty similar, and obviously my joke wouldn't have worked without it. So the ingredients that you'll need this week are going to be some spring onions, some egg whites, some ginger, some prawns, some mushrooms, a bit of chilli or chilli paste, some noodles, and the slightly weirder bits that you're going to need are a tea bag and just a little bit of vegetable stock. I know I didn't mention these in the introductory video for these recipes, but hopefully they're the sort of thing you guys will just have lying around. Right, let's get on with making the dish. The two bits we're going to start with are the ginger and the garlic. Now take your pan of boiling water and pop in the garlic and the ginger. You're also going to want to add that tea bag. Let that all soak up together, pop the lid back on and leave it for a couple of minutes. Now just whilst that tea is brewing, we're going to whisk up some eggs. Now you can see that the colour's really starting to come from that tea bag, and also the smell is really nice, and that's going to give a lovely aromatic taste to this soup. Now take the tea bag out to make sure that it doesn't overbrew and pop it to one side. Just a touch of oil in the pan, we're going to put that on a low heat and we're going to cook these egg whites just like we did for the omelette. Once that oil's all spread around, give those eggs a final whisk and add them in. You're looking for a really thin covering of fluffy egg white. Leave it on a really low heat and let's get back to the chopping board. Cut up these mushrooms but leaving them all fairly big. Now let's see how that omelette's getting on. Once you can start to pull the omelette away from the sides of the pan and it's lifting away nicely, turn that heat down, let it cook right the way through. After a little while you should be left with a really nice fluffy omelette that you can move around the pan with just a shake. Take the eggs off the heat and replace them with your tea, ginger and garlic. Once that's heated up, add in about a quarter of the stock cube and those mushrooms that we chopped up earlier. We're going to use 3 spring onions for this dish. Now this second one, we're going to lop off the end, chop it in 2, and then put it into quarters. Those are just going to give some nice big bits of crunch, and they're going to be a lovely garnish on top of the soup. That omelette that we cooked up earlier, it should have all these lovely bubbles in it, and it's going to be really light and fluffy. We'll quickly chop that into cubes. Once that's roughly chopped, we'll add it into the soup along with these spring onions. Now we add in the egg and the onions, as well as just a little bit of this chilli paste. Now give a little bit of time for all those flavours to infuse into the egg and the mushroom. That's going to be absolutely delicious. It's not going to need longer than a couple of minutes. The last bits to go in are those prawns and the noodles. By the time the noodles have gone nice and soft, those prawns should be cooked through as well, and the soup will be pretty much ready. Here it is, my not so miso soup. I know some of the ingredients, particularly the tea, might seem a little bit weird, but that's really going to infuse in and give a lovely aromatic flavour to the whole thing. It's a really easy thing to reheat for your lunch or just enjoy hot the minute you've cooked it. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Thanks for watching.